Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of Laravel 6 basics, and once again we will start working on the routing that we have started in last video, and we will follow laravel.com and its documentation. You can go here in basics and you can open routing. In last video we have done basic routing, redirects routes and view routes, and in this video we are going to start with route parameters. Okay, we are going to do these route parameters, in which we will cover required parameters, option parameters, and regular expression constraints. Okay, so we are going to do these things in route parameters. And new Laravel 6 that we have installed, we are going to test all these routes in that, and also along with that we are going to do in our ecom series. Actually the we are going to cover each and every concept, each and every functionality, whatever there is means in routes and other features as well, that we have not covered in our ecom series. Generally when we make website we can't cover each and every concept, so our basic idea is to cover everything in this series. We are going to cover everything, and might be they you are going to use them in future. You must be aware of each and everything, and you can use them anytime. Okay, so I'm going to run my Laravel 6 project once again by going in XAMPP htdocs, and you can, if you are using Windows, you can also run your Laravel 6 new project. Okay, I'm going to run like this: new terminal folder. This is the Mac commands. Okay, so php artisan serve. So here I am going to open like this. Okay, so my Laravel 6 project has started working. Okay, so along with that I can also run my ecom project. Sample 6 is my ecom project that we are working on side by side in our ecom series, and I am going to run this project as well. PHP artisan serve, I will use the different port for this one, port equal to 8010. Okay, so we are going to run this project parallelly, and I am going to open this one with 8010. Okay, so we can try here as well with live examples. Okay, so now I am going to open these projects here also. Laravel 6 project I can open, and I can open e-commerce project also, sample 6 project also here on side by side. Here I'm going to open route file, see the routes that we have done in our e-commerce project. It's more than 100 routes we have done so far, so maybe 150 200 routes we have done in our ecom series. Okay, so here we are trying also. Okay, so let's start. See, first thing is required parameters. Okay, so there are many cases in which where parameters are mandatory to pass them from route to our function. So in those cases these parameters are mandatory, and this one we have also done in our ecom series. You can see here, like if we open anything, this is the home page, and if we will open anything, sorry, some issue is coming here, so this is the another problem. Okay, we will open some other thing, like we can open, why this issue is coming unexpected, dollar product alt images. So okay, product alt images, get product alt images, products image, syntax error. Okay, syntax error is here, and okay, see here the syntax error. Due to this one, this project is not running. It happens sometimes when we are working on the project. Sometimes by mistake we done something with keyboard. Okay, so this one is 621 line, 621 line, we need to go 621. Here it is. Okay, and this one, what is this? Okay, so simply remove this one. Oh, okay, so I think that might be big issue, but oh, okay, so it's working fine. So now you can see that what we have done here, we are passing the id of product in our detail page, and if we will not pass the id, then it can create issue. This is the mandatory, this is mandatory. You can see 404 pages coming because we need to pass the product id here. So this is the mandatory parameter, this is the required parameter, and for the route we need to pass it. Let's open here the product one, here this one. Okay, so this one you need to pass this one, and you need to accept this one in product function. You can see here, though earlier on we have done like this, but this null is not required because it will not work with means without this id. So null is not required here. So $id here you need to pass it. Okay, so in new Laravel project I am going to show it. Okay, like they have also shown some example here. You can see that okay, let me make one controller here. In our new Laravel 6 we need to make one controller also. So let's make one controller, php artisan make controller. I'm going to make user controller. Okay, so I'm going to open this user controller here. Fine, now what I'm going to do, I am going to use this one. First of all, see here, I am going to copy this one, and now see, this is the mandatory parameter we are passing. This one is the mandatory. Now if anything you are pass here, like I am going to pass like they have told us, okay, here I am going to pass user, and after user some number 100, and 100 user 100 is coming here. Okay, like this. Okay, and in case of if we are going to pass some name, I am going to pass some name here, and like this. And now see, I am going to pass name user Amit, and see user Amit is coming. Now see, if you will not send Amit here, then issue will come. Then it is showing 404 page, so means it is mandatory to pass. So these parameters, these routes we have already done in our ecom series, like I have shown you the product detail example. So for this done in anonymous function. Now in what we require in our website, generally what we used to do, we used to do like this: route get, after that this name that we need to pass with the user. Okay, and after that we here used to pass our controller, user controller, and after that function name. Okay, function I am going to make it user function. Okay, like this, and after that nothing, just like this. And now in user controller I am going to make one function, public function user, and in this user I am going to accept the name. Okay, and I am going to print this name here, echo $name, like this. Okay, like this. Okay, so I am going to comment this one. Oh yeah, I always forgot to shortcuts of Mac, as I am new, still new in it. Sorry for that, still struggling. Okay, so see here, I am going to refresh, and here you can see Amit is coming, because now we are passing this Amit from this route, and this route is printing. See here, this route is taking this one to this function, and from here we are printing this one here. Okay, so it is the mandatory parameter, it is the required parameter, and if we will not pass Amit, then the issue will come. There you can see the 404 page is coming, and this one we have done many times. Okay, and in anonymous function you can directly do this one in your web.php file. You can simply return the name here by sending the name in function. Okay, but it is always required. So this what it meant. Okay, so this one is the required parameters. Okay, so you can pass multiple parameters as well. Okay, and I think that we have also done this in earlier videos, and you can pass the multiple parameters. I am going to show you like they have shown here example, like they are passing these multiple parameters. Okay, we are going to pass in user itself. Okay, I am going to pass name, username. I am going to pass age as well. It is not necessary that you can do like this also. Username and age, you can pass it like this, and here also you can pass name and age. Okay, and here you can simply return both name and age, you can return here. Okay, so I'm going to return like dollar name, and here you can do like this, I think, then dollar age. And now I am going to check here, like name is Amit and age is anything 29, 37 and anything 35. Okay, so you can check here. User is still there, we have missed the user here. User is required, user, and after that Amit. You can see that Amit and 35 both are coming fine. We are passing both. You can see, you can add the space here. Okay, and you can check it out. Amit 35 is coming. Okay, so you can send multiple parameters as well. These both two parameters we are sending, name and age, and both are we are passing, and both we are returning, and both are mandatory. Okay, so this one you can do in your function also, in live also you can do this kind of thing. And for that you just need to make like route get user. Okay, and first same thing, name and age. Okay, and after that you can create their user controller at the rate of user. Okay, same thing like we have done earlier. I am going to comment this one, and this I commented for the first attempt. Okay, fine. Okay, now see, name, age, and user controller user. Okay, so now we are going to accept both the here. Along with name I am going to accept age as well, name and age both, and here I am going to print both dollar name, and after that we can print here dollar age as well. Here is some space, and after that dollar age. Okay, now I'm going to check that it will work fine or not. You can see still it is working fine. This we have done in our ecom series, means identical kind of things in both ecom and dating series we have done, already done. Now we are doing here, means in detail we are doing now these such kind of routes. Okay, so now it is clear how we can send the required parameters. We can send single parameter as a mandatory, we can send multiple parameters as a mandatory. Okay, so such kind of parameters we can send, and if we will miss some parameter it will show 404. so in such cases we always require to send some parameter. Okay, so after this one you can see the optional parameters are there. Optional parameters also we have done in the past, and optional parameters means like if you send if you will not send this name and age, then also it will work fine. If you will send this name and age, then also it will work fine. Mean in both the cases, even if you will send, then the page will work. Even if you will not send, then also page will work. Means these are the optional parameters. Like there is some kind of page that you have made. Like I will give you some example. Like if you have made a page for the guest user, if the person who is coming in your website, and you have two test field, name and age, and if the person fill both name and age and submit, then both your website is picking and will showing here name and age, okay, in certain kind of paragraph or something is there in page, and both are coming fine. But if in case the user not submit those things and simply come in your website, then you will show the user as the guest. Then you simply not give his name like hello user, you need to do this and this thing, whatever is there in your website. So such kind of thing you can make in future, means you may require to make such kind of thing. So for that, this one is optional parameter is really helpful for you. Okay, so we can try this one, and starting with the route, and this optional parameter we always need to do with question mark. Okay, we require to mention the question mark after the parameter. Okay, so like this one, see here, it always means you require this question mark. Okay, here, so here it is completely showing that name is optional, this name parameter is optional, that's why, and you always need to pick with the null. Okay, so this one we have done in our ecom series as well. You will see that we have done null in many of our parameters in ecom series, if you will see. Okay, here in our ecom series you can see here we have done we have used many times null. Okay, you can see here that null we have used. Okay, though there is we have mentioned, but it is not required. It means id is required if you are deleting something, but in many cases you means you require this one optional parameter as well. So let us try it. Okay, okay, so now they have given some example here, and we can try this example. I am going to comment this one. Okay, so here you can see that we are going to pass name. First of all, I'm going to pass name, simply name I'm going to pass, and you can see name is coming fine. And now I'm not going to pass name. Okay, without name I'm going to pass, and you can see, sorry, and you can see there is nothing is coming here, but error also not coming. Now in page I'm going to do this thing in controller, then it will be more clear to you. See now, route get user name, and after name there will be question mark, because name can come or it may not come. Okay, user controller at the rate of user. Okay, like this. I am going to comment this one. Okay, so in user controller user, and here I am passing name. First I am going to show you name. Okay, let's see. See here, you zero pass exactly one expected. Yeah, here you need to mention null, because it can be null also, so that is required. Now you can see it is not coming, so it is accepting null, and null is having no value. So if you will send, then it will come. If you will send some parameter, then it will come, otherwise it will not come. Okay, now see here, I'm going to show you, like you can make one condition here. If sorry, if not empty dollar name, you can mention here this else here. Welcome. Okay, okay, so copy this one. Here also I'm going to paste, and here I'm going to mention guest. Okay, so let's see here. See, first of all, I will send welcome Amit. Okay, now I'm going to send without name. See here, welcome guest. Okay, now I think that it will be clear to you. Like if you will, like I am telling you one example, like if you will send some name after user, you will send some name, you will send Amit here, then it is accepting Amit and showing you Amit here, welcome Amit. And if in case you are not going to send any name, then also it will work fine. Then in page it will show you as guest, welcome guest. Okay, so such kind of thing really helpful for you in future, and such kind of thing will surely arise if you are working in Laravel, if you are doing some coding, and if you are making some websites, then I'm sure that you require such kind of things in future, and it will really helpful. These optional parameters are really helpful to you. Okay, so this is one kind of example for you, and you can try this one. Okay, so let's continue and we can try. Okay, so these are the optional parameters. Okay, so now continue with this one, regular expression. Now this time if you want here that in this route you always want that name, only name you want to accept from the user. You don't want to accept some kind of digits, some kind of special characters. You just want to accept here characters. Okay, or you want to accept here digits only, like you want the user to mention their phone numbers. In that case you just want numbers there, not any character. So such kind of thing also you require in future. So for such kind of cases you need to add regular expression with your routes. Okay, so let's work on this one. Let's see that how to do this thing. So see here the example. I'm going to pick the example the Laravel has given us. We need to accept here only characters. Okay, so we have attached, see, front thing is same, and function, in function name we are passing, and we have added the where condition in our route, and here we have added the regular expression for name, and the regular expression means that only A to Z characters, and A to Z in caps and A to Z in small. It will only accept characters, small and caps character. It only accept, and it will not accept any other in digits or special characters, any other thing it will not accept. Okay, so such kind of route we require sometimes, and now I'm going to try this one. See here, like if I am going to okay, this one you need to save, and now I'm going to again user Amit. You can see here that I have mentioned user slash Amit and where name, and now we also need to return dollar name here like this. Okay, now see, okay, so a name is coming Amit, and now I'm going to try some number here. Now you can see 404 is coming because it is not accepting any number, it is only accepting name. Okay, if you will mention anything like this, then it will accept any character, but it will not accept any number. You can see yourself, it is not accepting any number, but if you will give some alphanumeric number, then also it is not accepting, because it is accepting only characters. Okay, so you need to mention only characters here, only then it is accepting. Okay, and this is possible with the regular expression. Okay, so if you want to give only numbers, then also there is another regular expression, okay, that you can give, and you can also give both, means ID as well as name. Okay, let's see. First of all, I'm going to check here this one, user with ID, this time user with ID. Okay, now see, if you will give any character, then it will not accept. Now you need to give number here, then only it will accept. Okay, so here in number you need to return here as well, only then it will print. Return $id, then only it will print. Now you can try this one. Okay, so it is returning the number. Now if you will mention any character, then it will not return. Okay, so you may require both the things, both name and character as well. So in such case, you need to accept both, for name. I'm going to comment this one. Okay, so for ID you have a regular expression of ID, and for name you have regular expression of name. Okay, so now in this case you need to mention both. First ID, like ID is 21 and name is Amit. Okay, in both cases. Now here also you want to return both $id as well as $name. Okay, dollar name, like this. Okay, so both are coming, 21 ID and with name Amit. Okay, and if in case you mention here Amit, you mention here some character, and in place of name choose some number, then it will not return anything. You can see it will only return if you will mention first you will mention ID, like you have mentioned here. You need to mention ID, and after that you need to mention some character, first number then character, then only it will return. Okay, so and now see here global constraints. Global constraint means if you don't want to write regular expression here in your route file, you want that I don't want to write these regular expression again and again. Like if you are passing some ID parameter with many of the routes, like you are passing this ID with user, you are passing with ID this product, you are passing, and you want regular expression with all. It is not possible for you, and you want to give it globally, like it automatically happen, like this where condition you don't want to write. So in such cases you can add in route service provider. You just simply need to open route service provider here, route service provider, and here in boot method you can give it simply, you can give it like for ID you just need to give here a pattern. Just give here this pattern, and it automatically will pick for all the routes. Like you don't need to give their where condition for regular expression. Like for ID it automatically picks, like in ID every time it will pick 0 to 9. Okay, now see here, I will comment this one. This one is not required, this multi here in this route. Okay, I'm going to uncomment this route, and in this one here you no need to give this one, this because you have already mentioned this one there in your app service provider page. You have already mentioned this one in globally, so now you not require this one. Now whenever you pass user ID, then it will pick here ID. You can check ID is picking, and now if you will send something, it will show 404 page, because see here you have not mentioned here, you have mentioned here globally, you have mentioned here. Okay, now even if you will make any other route with ID, every time it will check here, and it will check that the ID is between 0 to 9, only then it will work, otherwise it will not work at all. So such kind of thing we have done globally. Okay, it will also helpful when you are going to do one certain thing, one certain parameter again and again. So it is really helpful in such moment. Okay, so after that you can see the one last thing, encoded forward slashes. Okay, so it happens like slash is meant for us, like we have done here, multi parameters we have done. You can see this one we have done. I am going to comment this one. Okay, so you can see this one multi parameters we have done, and what we are doing, we are separating with slash. You can see we are separating with slashes. Here you can see that we are doing this one 21 Amit, and it is coming fine. And this one we are separating, like slash is coming for every parameter. And but in some cases you want to create the route, but in that route you want user to pass some data, and you want to allow the user to pass slashes also in that, like they have shown some example here. This is the route they have shown, and let me show here. See here, this such kind of route they have given here. So in this route, first of all, I am going to remove this one. Okay. So you can see here a search route they have made, and I'm going to show you like search. Now search means search query is here, and in search query person want to add search some t-shirt like this. So t-shirt is coming. Okay. So if the person done something like t-shirt slash shirt, means person want to search t-shirt slash shirt, means person done like this, like they like t-shirt as well as shirt, and for that they have done some slash, but it will not work here. You can see it is not working here because the person has added t-shirt slash shirt, and slash is not we are not accepting as a search result, because it is required to differentiate between these, like this one is different parameter, this one is different parameter, it is required to differ the parameters, so this is not required here. So in such cases, if you want the user to accept it means such kind of slashes you want from user, then you need to add this one, where search means, it means dot star means that the user can even add the slashes. Okay. So for in such cases, if you user will type, then you are going to print this one, then it is working fine. You can see that it is taking this as a common word, not separate word. It is taking this complete as a common word. It is not splitting these two word with slash, it is picking it as a common word, so it is working fine. So it is printing also t-shirt, user have means given this, passing this, returning this value t-shirt slash shirt, so it is working fine. Okay. So for accepting such slashes, for accepting such kind of slash, okay, you can done this kind of thing with your route, only then such forward slashes are possible from the user. Okay. So I hope that everything is clear up till this route, and we have covered everything, and in next video we will continue with other routes, name routes and route groups extra. Okay. And you can try all this with by installing new Laravel, and you can try all this, it will surely increase your knowledge of Laravel. Okay. So that's all for now. If you have any queries, you can surely contact me in video description. I will try my best to answer each and every one of you. Okay. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.